do a quick live feed on feeding your baby solids. Now, as you know, I recommend you start feeding your baby solids at 16 weeks. This is because a baby's milk intake drops at about 18 weeks, and if you haven't started the solids, you end up with a cranky baby, and often your baby will go through what some people call sleep regression, but really it's just because they're hungry. So we start solids about 16 weeks, explained in the feeding book and the Save Our Sleep book, or you can download the app if you have an Apple device, and how to start solids is in that. Now, people are confused about what to sit their children in. In the feeding book, I explain, you don't want to sit your child in a high chair, like an IKEA high chair, which doesn't have support for the head. You want your baby back like this. You want your baby back in a like rocker where they're back, so they've got head support. You want them tilted backwards. You don't want them sitting up straight like that. So putting your baby in a chair like the IKEA chair with no back support is not good. I recommend you feed your baby in a rocker type chair, a bouncer type chair, until they're maybe 5 or 6 months, even over 6 months, 6-7 months, before you move them into a very straight high chair. I wouldn't move them into a straight high chair till 10 months, but I would feed them maybe in a rocker until about 6 months, and then I would feed them in a high chair that tilts back from then. If you don't have a high chair that tilts back, you'll need to feed them in the rocker for longer. I will put a link up in a little while to my newsletter on this subject. Now, the other thing is people are concerned about how much to feed their babies and whether to feed their babies 1 course or 2 courses. Let's say your baby is 6 months old. At 6 months old, I would expect with this Weanmeister, which has the lines inside it, I would expect your baby to be having 200 mils, so there's lines in there, 200 mils or 6 ounces of like a chicken casserole. So vegetables cooked with vegetable stock, cooked with like breast of chicken and then pureed, mixed with express breast milk or infant formula mixed with rice cereal. About that much, about 200 mils of the first course. The second course, I would expect them to have about that much of infant rice cereal mixed with a fruit puree mixed with express breast milk or infant formula. If you're offering your baby, a very young baby, so a baby of like 19, 20 weeks, the vegetables mixed with the rice cereal and milk, their milk, and they don't have it, they won't have it, move to the sweet, the fruit. Then, after they've had some fruit, move back. It's okay to chop and change, but it's very important to even offer them the second course, which is the fruit, the express breast milk, or the infant formula. It's important to offer them that mixed with the rice cereal, even if they refuse the first course, unless you end up with a fussy eater and then join the support group and have a chat to us about fussy eating. Was there any questions, Kate?
There was one lady who's asking about a pelvic harness, but that might be something you can cover another day.
But pelvic harness makes it a bit awkward, and it will probably work in the rocker, so you could probably fit your baby with a pelvic harness in a bouncer type chair for feeding. Thank you all for listening. Bye.